Hey, you guys, it's your girl Q Chi-Town here with another installment of the A-List Alert coming on behalf of the Key S Expressions Publishing slash Multimedia Division. We are doing big things in the Midwest, you guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Go below this video, hit the notification bell. That way you know when I do new uploads. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. You're part of the 240,000K views both in the US as well as overseas, you guys. And guess who is on the runway today? Yes, it is Rocsi Diaz. You guys know her. 106 and Park DJ host alumni. She hosted the platform from 2006 to 2012. And you can also see her featured in Dutch too. If you guys know anything about Mr. Lance Gross, he threw his hand in the crime arena on television. And so she's doing her big one as a wonderful actress. I mean, if you are street smart and then you're a gangster princess and you can work for Dutch, and then she's also a hothead with a vengeance, and then she's able to poison a room full of shooters, and then also take a detective out, and then on top of that, get Dutch's stamp of approval, then you are totally and utterly lethal in your arena. So go out there and support her arena of entertainment. Also, A-List wants to do a remix on Little Mama. Thank you so much for stopping by the page once again. Also, L Street. And then also, Fendi the Rapper. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the page as well. I also wanted to give my condolences on behalf of the A-List Alert Network TV, on behalf of Louis Farrakhan. As you guys know, he unfortunately lost his wife, his significant other. So all prayers go out to him and his family in this time of bereavement. He is a major pillar in our community. So go out there and send your condolences and well wishes as well. Also, I wanted to give you guys just my POV on the BET Awards. It was awesome to me. It was. One of the highlights, though, is that Clarissa Shields unfortunately did not win Athlete of the Year 2 years in a row. So, what do I think? I think that it was about her persona, the way that she has been presenting herself in the media, the way that she has allowed her professionalism to go out of the window. And then she gets banned from MVP. And then I think that those things piled up and has stacked up against her to the point where now she's feeling the effects of everything. So unfortunately, she did not win. I'm going to keep an eye out to see if she's going to have anything to say about BET this time around. Because last year, she had a lot to say about not winning that award. And so now that it has happened again, I want to hear from her what she has to say. Uh, Also, too, I wanted to talk about the situation between Keke Palmer and Drewski. Now, Drewski was hired to host the BET Awards, so he did his usual. But then midstream, Keke Palmer steps in and says, "Hey, look, it should have been me. You know, BET. This is the problem with BET." And she just basically took over his spot. Was that professional? No, it wasn't. You know, even though she got a standing ovation from the audience, there's just things that should be handled in a professional situation and circumstances, and she was very unprofessional. And I don't know how much of that is going to hurt her because I know that her movie is about stealing stuff. So okay, you're gonna steal the spotlight. You're gonna have this Young Miami song about stealing and ripping people off. You know, all of it is a thing. So can you really be trusted? Evidently not, because if that was the case, she would have gotten the role in the first place. Very unprofessional. It really was, in my opinion. I believe that if she really wanted the job, she should have made it known. She should have pushed a little bit harder instead of taking over somebody else's job. And then she's going to rely on what the standing ovation that she got? No. If you were not hired, you were not hired for a reason. You don't get to go in and bypass who originally got hired for the sake of what? You being delusional in your position. These are the reasons why you were not hired, because of how you present yourself in the media. You already have commercials, you already have magazines, you already have these things. So why do you need to host BET as well? Why? And then you're hosting it and bringing in Cardi B, and then what? Now what is supposed to happen now? you know and that's my whole entire thing. Why interrupt somebody else? And then if it was done to you, you would have all these negative things to say. And I don't know if it was a skit or not. It was just, to me, very unprofessional. And she does not get a green light from me. Just because you represent the Midwest doesn't mean that you have to act out of character for the sake of getting the spotlight. You don't know how you treated Drewski in that moment. You know, it didn't matter to you. The only thing that mattered was what you were able to accomplish, which was absolutely nothing. And you're proving them right. You're just a Midwest girl with no decorum at all. And it showed on stage. So it was just really unprofessional. It was really ghetto, and it's just really uncalled for. You know, you already have the movie out. You're already doing things with Demi Moore. What more do you want? And for you to go in like that. And if he was definitely, if he was disrespectful to you and came into what you were doing, let's say, for example, Saturday Night Live, you know, when you announced your pregnancy, what if he interrupted you in the most important phase of your existence as a woman? you know what if he would have came into your situation, and there you are on stage about to announce you're pregnant, and he comes in and takes over what you're doing? We have to think about stuff like that. We really do. Again, just at shock value. I'm also I want to switch gears a little bit and speak about the situation with Kirk Franklin. I have been a huge Kirk Franklin fan, you know, since day one. And it really saddens me that he would get on stage, BET, and say that the lamb is going to bow down to the goat. And then when he's confronted about what he says, he wants to first say he didn't say it. And then secondly, gaslight this person, as the kids say, and say, show me love. Well, no, it doesn't work like that. And the guy that shouted out he needed to repent was totally and utterly correct. You said it. It was on camera and everybody saw it all over the globe. And if it was something that wasn't supposed to be, interpreted like that, then you should have fixed it. You had an obligation to fix that. Because when you think goat, if you're in the biblical and spiritual realm, then you understand who the goat is. It's something negative, it's not anything positive. And the lamb represents Jesus Christ. So if you're going to say those things, you have to be able to stand on the merit of the choices and the decisions that you make. And then I see him with the posting after everything is said and done, and he's sitting up there saying, "Oh well, my something needs to repent, or my clothes need to repent, or something like that." He said, just basically poking fun at the whole entire situation. Just because you have money, just because you can charge somebody $200 for tickets, doesn't mean that your obligation to represent God's kingdom changes. you know and he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what was being said. He sat in that room and wrote those lyrics down, and for the right price, he said what he said. And it's very disappointing because he has so many young people that are listening to his music, being influenced, and he's supposed to be leading them to Christ. And where is he really and truly leading them to? you know and it's not cool at all. It's not. Even with him hanging with Sinette, and you seeing him here and there with the young people, and that's all well and good, but it's just discouraging. It's disheartening and it's discouraging. The church has enough negative on them, and for him to be in the most powerful position in the world, gospel music, and to be able to influence and change people at lives, you would sit and you would say some stuff like that and then deny it and say that you didn't say it when it's on camera. and everybody recorded it, and it's global, and it was you. Are you gonna deny it and say what AI did it? Come on, Kurt. We gotta do better. We gotta dig deeper. So that's my spiel about it, you guys. Let me know in the comments. Did you agree with what Kirk Franklin said? If you guys were able to see the video or not. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on everything that you guys are seeing from me today. And just support everybody's arena of entertainment, you guys. And remember, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A List is seeking 500. I'm at 340 in subs right now. I'm seeking 500 subs so that I can start being compensated from YouTube, and just let the algorithm know that this platform is making a difference. 50 years of hip hop, you guys. I am so grateful for the opportunity to come before you guys. I basically have been working in retail, 9 to 5, doing what I have to do to make ends meet. And that's the reason why the delay in video is there. But please forgive me and just support the platform, you guys. And remember, ladies, if you are a part of the Curve Nation, are we little girls? Hell no. So do we? Wait a minute, Janet. Janet, I forgot to talk about Janet's outfit. She stole the night with her outfit. OMG, her outfit was beautiful. She had the swag, the attitude, everything. That hat cocked to one side with that black down over one side of her face. Then she had a little veil on top of that. Then she had the black shirt with the underlay. Oh my goodness, the ruffles on the sleeves with the silver accessories and the pants. That detail on those striped pants was so cold. Oh my goodness. And then she had the belt on. I mean, just everything was just perfect, just epic. Epic style taking over BET. Everybody's talking about that outfit that she had on. She took her time to show the the ambiance of who she is as an artist. She's from the Midwest, so she brought that swag on that stage. BET Midwest. She has always carried the Midwest on her back, even in her fashion. So go, Janet. J Tribe for life. And remember, ladies, if you are a part of the Curve Nation, are we little girls? Hell no. So do we tap on doors? Hell no. If you are a part of the Curve Nation, ladies, remember to kick that bitch off the hinges. If it's hot in your state, please stay cool. It is a scorcher in the Midwest. It's over 100 degrees and it's nighttime. So keep each other warm, keep each other cool. I'm sorry. Check on your loved ones. Make sure everybody's cool. Ice water if you can, showers, things of that nature. Just stay safe, you guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.